Jim, today we are out at Righteous Roots. I had the honor of visiting them last year. So we are back to see what they've done. I understand they've grown a lot. They've added some programs.
Let's go inside, talk to Melanie and Felicia, see what they've been up to, and see what they've got in store next.
Welcome to Living the Dream TV. I'm Kim.
I'm Jim.
And we're your hosts. Welcome to Living the Dream TV, a lifestyle show dedicated to highlighting the journeys of people that are truly living the dream. Wow, so this is so exciting. Jim, you didn't get to be here with the last interview with them, but it's been a year since we last met with you guys, and I am astounded at everything that you guys have put in place in a year. It's amazing. I know you've got lots of new programs and stuff, so let's just get into it and tell us about it.
So we have been up to so much. I don't know if you guys remember our services, but we still continue to provide the same services. So that is like our victim services, our crisis intervention services, our case management, all the advocacy that you could possibly think of to help any victim that is a victim of crime or anyone who's had any past or present abuse.
When we met last year, we had pending funding. We weren't sure if we were going to receive it or not.
Right.
We are so excited. We did receive it, and it changed everything that we're able to do here. I actually came on full-time in October. I was still at the school district doing both, and so brought on 4 new staff at the end of June, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since.
It's amazing, really. I mean, that's a year that you've done all that. You started with this, not even knowing about the funding, and now we've got all this.
And we have some construction going on. We're getting offices ready for our new staff. I just think there's more to come that the world better get ready for, because it's been exciting. It's different when you love what you do. You can make a difference so much better, I feel like. And that is something that I can honestly say that we truly love what we do. We love helping people. We love to see them come from what they think is their lowest point, and then able to experience a breakthrough, and God does it all. We're just a vessel. The last time we had talked, we were just beginning as a resource hub, and we really wanted to centralize everything that we were doing and can make those community connections. We've been able to do that. We created a group called C4, and this is our Coriel Community Connections Collaborative. Now, y'all, I know that's a lot of words. What we did was we took all of the social service agencies, we reached out to them in our area. We've got them to just kind of jump on board with us, just to gather around to make a difference in the regions.
Yeah, Coriel County is pretty widespread.
Our service area not only includes Coriel County, but the contingent counties. So that is Bell, Bosque, Hamilton, Lampasas, and McLennan counties as well. So
Wow, well, that's awesome.
So this room has been filled with so many different social service agencies, our police departments, every person that you could think of in a helping profession gather in this room, and they collaborate together to just kind of make those decisions that are going to help really improve the community.
Wow.
So it's the whole vision. One of the key things that we wanted was everyone on board, and so we've been able to do that. Our program has also expanded. We have added to our substance abuse program. We're now providing teen substance abuse, like recovery support. We've been able to partner with the local school districts, which is a big deal because they're allowing us in the schools. Now we get to go in there and kind of teach them some social emotional learning. I feel like it's an honor just to be a part of it, but just to see their lives. We're going to be able to see hear more testimonies of their lives changing. We also expanded our family restorative program, which is going to allow us to provide more services for our families. The whole initiative is to really try to keep families together, or teach them to just be restored again, live again, heal again, those kind of things. So we're excited about that.
That's amazing.
I want us to be a voice, and because of that, I want us to have what we call Roots TV. Roots TV is an opportunity to just expand to even more people that can gather, see us at the table, telling great testimonies of how to overcome, how to achieve different obstacles, not just women, but men as well. We have awesome men support groups that we're seeing like that. We've got to see their lives transform. Fathers who have gotten their children back.
Right.
We want to gather Roots TV at the table and just say, like, we want to go to the world and tell the world that there's another way, and it's through Jesus Christ.
We'll be looking for it. Roots TV.
Please, look out. It's coming. With the population that we work with a lot of people that struggle with depression, anxiety. They have to come in here and tell a story about being victimized, been a victim of a crime. And so we have to have people that could really, truly relate. That is an important element of what we do, so that they could really relate to where they've come from. It took us a while to find the right people. And we wanted the person across the table to see someone else, a story of victory, that if they could overcome, I can overcome. And so we picked people that had stories, that they have been through the storm, they've dealt with some of those things, but they've obtained their degrees, they've obtained their certifications, they've overcame it. That's probably the coolest thing about our team. There's no team like our team.
Wow, that's really cool. I'm so curious about the Dancing with the Stars. Jim, they do this big fundraiser every year, and it's been like local people, right? Like all these couples would go, they'd get dancing lessons. It was kind of costly, right?
Absolutely.
But then they would kind of get all their own funding, and it'd be a popularity of who you're going to vote for the stars. So, I mean, it was brilliant.
I know, and then we're sitting here with y'all, I'm like, Jim, you could have been a dancer. This is a fun event, really.
We are. We're really looking forward to it. This will be our 3rd annual Dancing with the Stars of Righteous Roots. For 2024, we have made some fun changes.
Yeah.
This year, it's Dancing with the Stars of Righteous Roots Latino style for 2024. So it really is intended to celebrate and honor Latin culture, and it also gives a nod to our program goals. We have made some changes this year because it is a very costly event, so we made some changes just to bring that down, but we still want to have the same element of fun and amazing entertainment
and spicy.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be spicy this year. One of the things that we did was lower the age. It's always been an 18 and up event. We've lowered the age to 13. We cut the ticket prices in half. It'll still be a dressy event, but not quite as formal.
Right.
We're going to have some good food, good Mexican food coming. We're so excited. The biggest change is, instead of having 6 competing local couples, we are bringing in entertainment. Arthur Murray, North Austin, is coming in to provide Latin-style dance entertainment.
Tell us how that initially worked, and now how this way of doing it moving forward is going to be so much more, bringing it into actually.
So right now, as we've done our year-long assessments and things like that, 50% of our funding comes from federal or state grants, but 33% of it comes from donations from people like you, from organizations that pour into us, and then 16% of that comes from fundraising. And so that really is a pretty good chunk of our annual budget that comes in through these fundraisers that we do.
Right.
In that, we want to be fiscally responsible with it. We want the money that people pour into us to go back into the people.
Right.
That are
Right.
walking through these doors.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest reason for these changes.
Yeah.
Is just so that the money that is raised off of it can go directly toward changing the lives.
Straight to the bottom line, yeah, sure.
I love it.
Sure.
I love that you guys are so responsible like that, and it puts a lot of credibility, right, into what you're doing here.
Well, what we try to do is also we provide case management support. And so we are their cheerleaders through that process of holding their hand. So we formulate what we call a care plan with them, and set goals for them to achieve some of those goals, have a timeline. We have to meet a certain time frame, but we kind of still guide them through the process. So it's not just giving them away to the resources as much as it's kind of like nurturing them in the process as they're receiving them too. And so even if that means like attending court with them, we connect them with those resources, but we're also there as their kind of like their cheerleaders to give them that motivation to keep going, to go steady. And so not only do we have those resources, but we also have support group classes that we offer here. All of our courses here are faith-based.
Yeah, so for the resource hub, you're acting more as an advocate for them, right?
Oh, we did add, I didn't say this, education. We have now added our GED classes, trying to get ready to do some ESL, that English as a second language, some more things that they could find right here in this office as well.
You guys have talked about volunteers, and obviously, you know, what you guys do is hugely supported by volunteers.
We love our volunteers. We love our volunteers. They do so much for us, and we have amazing ones. We formalized the application process, and we also created an orientation process.
Yeah.
Now that is offered on a monthly basis. Anytime anybody wants to get plugged in with us, they sign up, attend one of our orientations, and we get all of the boxes checked that have to be done, and then we get them plugged in.
And how we do that, one of the cool things about that is that we're allowing them to connect to what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
We have lots of retired teachers.
Right.
We have pastors. And so that's the beautiful part about it, is that majority of our program is ran by volunteers. Our classes are taught by community volunteers that stand and support the same mission. They make what I say the mission possible.
Yes.
They really make this place what it is.
So many people go, oh, I'd love to volunteer, but I don't know what I could do. So you've already fixed that problem.
Oh,
so if somebody wants to do that, how do they get in touch?
If you want to be a volunteer with us, it's simple. You can get on our website, righteousroots.org. There is a link that you just click on volunteer, and there's more information on how to do that. We have people that come directly to our office. We have applications on site because we love volunteers. We love them. I say we live in this safe bubble here at Righteous Roots because we get to see people that really, really want to help. I can get online and say, there's a lady in need of some electricity help, and you would be amazed at how many people will rise up and say, I want to help. That they don't want to know, they don't want their names to be told, they don't want anything, but there are still people here in America that want to make a difference.
So let's be clear, you really like volunteers.
I love
A lot of volunteers.
We are always having events that go on, and we really would like to design our events to not just to say, hey, we need money, but we want them to be something that people remember, that they come to, they relax, they have a good time with their family, because families are something that we are passionate about. Just coming to the events is a huge way that people can support us while working on their family.
There you go. Sure.
That takes me into not getting ahead of the game, but just talking with you guys and knowing what your long-term goals. We might as well let them know what some of your other wishes are, like
Transitional housing.
There you go. Let's talk about that a little bit.
The original vision of Righteous Roots was to be able to provide shelter or housing of some sort to women and children who were escaping domestic violence situations, trafficking situations. That remains our vision. We still are moving in that direction. It hasn't happened for us yet, but we believe that when it's time, it's God's gonna give us another red carpet moment, and He's gonna fling the doors wide open, and He's gonna say, "Let's go," because housing is the number one issue that we see among our clients that come in here.
What does the transitional housing look like? Like, paint the picture for us. Is it 2 weeks, 3 months?
Transitional housing is more so, it's going to look like that family that comes in, let's say they've lost everything, and there are some that will need 30 days. They're just to get back on their feet. Some only need 14. They just need to be able to pay that deposit. They've already have a place, but they've just been stuck in the middle, and they've been sleeping in the car. And believe it or not, this happens a lot here. It happens a lot. The way that we envision the transitional housing is they're going through the steps of the shelter process, from the emergency to from the 14 to the 30 to the 60, but then to be able to go and have their own, be able to have their own apartment, that this is their home. This is what they get to call their house. This is their family's apartment that they can stay in. it's their home. We would love for them to become homeowners. That is something very big in our hearts. We've been having them take classes, financial classes, and learning. The beauty of it is after they get to that point, they like to help someone else.
Yeah.
And so they end up, they're what we call righteous roots girls. And they come back and they start serving in here. They're our volunteers. They're the ones teaching those recovery classes. They're the ones that are going back to, they win them, and they know how to do it because they've done it. And it's just creating a cycle of victorious people that have overcome.
Justine, we interviewed her last time, and so she's one of those she actually works here now, right?
Right.
So we're going to get to hear an update from her as well, right?
She is doing great, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Being here at Righteous Roots, I had to, as a client, I had to find my own voice, and all I really needed was the push. Hey, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're a grown woman. You can do it. You have a God's gift. You can do it.
Colt actually tell him what his condition is.
So Colt was born with a noisy breathing. We didn't know what it was. I always had this mother intuition. I was like, no, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. We soon found out when he was 4 weeks old. We laid him down flat in the bassinet to sleep, and he just turned completely blue.
Oh, wow.
And the noise went away. And so we woke up, me and my husband, we were like, well, my intuition woke up first, obviously.
Of course.
But we woke up and we took him to the hospital, and we found out that he had laryngomalacia. Laryngomalacia is a floppy airway of extra skin. It's a birth defect, extra skin over the airway. And
so right then, she's now in crisis all over again. It's starting all over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the way that she's going to handle this crisis is completely different than how she would have reacted or responded to, because she didn't need me. She knew how to call on God now. She now can handle like these situations. He's been in and out of the hospital, and she's handled it well, all while working.
Yes, working, and mind you, I got 2 kids.
Right. There's another one.
I remember when we interviewed you, you were like, never been to church. No, I'm not going to church. And you were really shy a year ago when we interviewed
Very
you.
hesitant.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more when you came in. Like, how did you find the crisis center?
How I found the crisis center is that I was trying to find a job, and I found a job at Hillside, and there's a very special lady there named Arlu.
Oh, Arlu. We love Arlu.
The best
We
of the
love Arlu.
referrals come from her.
And so
Take them if y'all want to sit down.
and so Arlu, she knew that I was going through so much at the time. I mean, my mom passed away, had to figure out funeral arrangements, all things that goes along with that. And I had a 10-month-old, and so I'm just all over the place. So she said, well, I know somebody, and you need to go to her for help. And that somebody was Felicia Nidman.
Righteous Roots.
Yeah, Righteous Roots. At Righteous Roots, yes. From starting this process, I mean, we've worked through every single little thing, from my mental health, from my crisis, to legal advocacy, just all the way through, just to help me grow and become the woman that God placed me here to be. And so I'm just very thankful for Righteous Roots, because I wouldn't be, if I didn't come here, I wouldn't be speaking to you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Like, can I talk to Felicia?
Well, and I see it in your demeanor.
Yes,
just
sir.
like even from a year ago, like your eyes are bright.
Yes.
You can just see the light on you. So
I
good job.
finally
And
found
you
the light of the
work
tunnel.
here, and now you can help everybody
Yes,
else.
I'm finally serving the ones that serve me. I know how it feels walking through that door, being scared, being just a ball of, I don't know what I'm doing here. Should I even talk to these people? And so what I do here is I set the atmosphere, and I set up the setting to make them feel comfortable, make them feel like you do have a voice and you can speak here, and it will be safe. This is a safe place.
Well, you've done a good job. And since you've come, they've grown. So
We're all growing together.
thank you for sharing with
Yes,
us,
thank
Justine.
you.
We're wrapping up a great day here in Gatesville at Righteous Roots. These two ladies are heroes. We're going to make them movie stars on Living the Dream TV.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time on Living the Dream TV.